Today we are continuing my deep dive into my big box from Japan with a figure that, man, in terms of recoloring, you can't do better than this. We're looking at the Godzilla vs. Megagirus Godzilla Store exclusive, Godzilla 2000. Now, publicly on this show, the 10 plus years we've been doing it, I have not made any bones about my love for Godzilla vs. Megagirus. Yes, I love this film. It's one of my absolute favorites of the Millennium series. I know a lot of people talk a lot of smack on it, but you know what? It's a kooky movie, and I love that it swings for the fences. Does it always hit? Nah, but when it does, man, you get a good, you get a good ball to third. It's for your baseball terminology out there. But I digress. So this right here is the latest in the movie monster series of redos that Bandai has been doing for the last about 2-3 years now. So they just came out with the Millennium Godzilla from Godzilla 2000. And literally a month after that figure was hitting shelves, they dropped this guy as a Godzilla Store exclusive, most notably for the opening of the Shibuya Godzilla Store. Now, how different is it from the other one? Well, it's simply a paint job. But here's the thing, a paint job can go a long way with just the smidgiest of details. So the previous figure has the purple spines. This has the Megagirus light up spines. There was a Megagirus figure that came with it. I opted not to get that one, mostly because it wasn't even much of a recolor, as it was more of like a clear variant, and that's kind of not my dig. This though, because I didn't get my hands on the Millennium one, I figured this is perfect, especially for my collection, because man, this thing looked phenomenal in the promo pictures, and once I had it in my hands, it's even better. So this is the resculpt, based closer to the design of the suit. Now, we're going to go into a minute, but I do have the original version of this figure. But I saw a lot of talk about this because Bandai apparently is using maybe a scan method of taking the actual suit, and the suit still exists, to get better details on these newer figures. So he is 6 inches, so it's that scaled down movie monster series style, but the quality is exquisite on this thing. I mean, let's look at the detailing in the head alone. The eye, the mouth, just the sculpt. I mean, it looks like the suit just completely scaled down. The coloring in the spikes, going from the dark orange hue all the way to the light yellow that's almost translucent. Oh man, this is exceptionally well done. And to be fair, they even bother to paint to an extent, but man, I don't know what it is with Bandai and their inability to paint the tail. It's one thing that bugs me. So the rest of this figure, again, he's smaller, but the detailing is wild. This would have been a Bandai premium about 5 years ago, just for the smidgens of like sculptured details that you see in here. This would have been something they would have charged $60-$80 for, and unfortunately that's the way the industry is going. But no, this was a $30 figure, I think $35 at the Godzilla store. So I believe it is heading to the American Godzilla store, so you should be able to pick this one up pretty soon. I saw a lot of people with the Millennium version and raving about it. This though, in my opinion, I think this is even better. I mean, just look at the exquisite detail and just the natural lighting. This thing pops, and it looks exactly like the suit. So here's the tag. We got the spines, the Megagirus logo. There's the inside, and then of course the scene from the film. Now, you might be wondering, well, you know what? I have the original version. How does it stack up? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I do own the Megagirus set still. It's one of my prized possessions. So this is the original. This is the original that was released in a box set. Well, I say box, but it was more like a card. It was like the only time Bandai truly did this weird format. You got Godzilla, Megagirus, the ship, the Griffin, and the two forms that made, but the dragonfly and the larvae. So that was the only way you can get that entire set for the longest time. You know, if you wanted just the individual, you know, Megagirus, and the only way to get it is to break that set up. So this is Bandai's old style. This is the first time that they dropped down in size. This was the Godzilla Island, I believe it was the name back in the day, scale. So it's as you can tell, it's a little bit bigger, a little meatier. This one's clearly smaller, but if we get closer, you can look at the detailing on the face. This still has that kind of derpy 90s, early 2000s kind of sculpting, where this looks like it was scanned right from the suit. So, how do these stack up? Well, honestly, if this figure was this size, it would be absolutely perfect, but it's not. But as you can tell, though, they put a little more detailing in the paint jobs on this. Bandai did paint the tail all the way down, even though it's just a bit of a spray job, but they still kept the translucent spikes, which I do love. I mean, they pop immensely. But you look at the scales, the detailing. This is the new one, the Movie Monster Series one, is that much better, and I cannot recommend this figure enough. This is one of the finest that I feel that they've done. Now, which one should you get? Well, I'm not talking about this guy, because this guy's actually kind of expensive now because he's over 25 years old, so we're going to take him away for a minute. This, though, if you're a new collector, you didn't get a chance to get a hold of that original box set, or perhaps, you know what? I just want to update. Yeah, this is well worth it. Honestly, if you want to go with the purple or you want to go with the red, that is just your prerogative, if you will. I, though, recommend this thing highly. It's one of my absolute favorite figures in the last 5 years that Bandai has put out. This and the poster variant -1 that I just reviewed. Excuse me. And the poster variant, absolutely spectacular. I want to give a shout out to my buddy Frank for hooking this up for me, because man, I don't think I could wait another couple months for this thing to come to the G store and to be shipped to me. I'm glad I have this thing in my collection. It is a spectacular work of art as a figure, and I can't praise it enough. Well, there you have it. That is my review of the Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla 2000. Godzilla vs. Megagirus. Yes, it came out in the year 2000. Remember, if you like what you see, we do have a show. It's called the Kaiju Kingdom Podcast. You can find us at thekaijukingdompodcast.com. If you don't like to download, well, you can stream us on all of your favorite podcast streamers, including Apple, Spotify, or wherever else you might find better podcasts. We're also on social media. We're on X. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook.com. Those are the places to go to keep up to date with the late breaking news in the world of giant monsters, or if you just want to say hi. And on that note, that will wrap up this edition of the Koffers. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.